Here we are in 2026, and there's three big leadership trends that every leader should be aware of as you take your teams into this year. That emotional intelligence matters. In fact, the latest research coming out of Harvard Business Review is suggesting that this is going to be the #1 leadership differentiator. In an environment where most of your teams are likely working in a hybrid environment or remotely, it's absolutely critical that leaders and managers can engage with people in a meaningful way. Now, what this means is individuals need to have a high level of self-awareness around their own style. They need to know what their triggers are in the workplace so that they can very consciously respond to situations rather than reacting. And they need to be able to read the room, have empathy for others, understand where they're at, and be able to effectively adapt their communication to individuals. Trend number 2 is the concept of mattering. At the end of the day, every individual in your team needs to feel that they matter if you want to maximize performance. So what does mattering mean? Mattering means that individuals feel that they're seen, and what that means is that there's conversations taking place to understand what they're working on, what they're challenged with, where they need help. They need to feel that they're valued, and what that means is that they're getting regular reinforcement and recognition for the great work that they're doing, whether that be the outcomes or whether it be the behaviors they're displaying. And they also need to know that they're having an impact, that the work that they're doing is actually making a difference. In an environment where so many of our team members are working remotely or hybrid, what that means is leaders and managers need to be very intentional about how they engage with their teams, the types of conversations that they're having, so that they can make sure that they're creating an environment where people know that they matter. The third and the final trend to be aware of is that change is no longer an event. Change is constant. And as we know, it's evolving faster and faster. So one of the key things we need to be great at leaders is managing change and leading change with our teams. Now, one of the most important things here is to understand the psychology of how people respond to change. Generally, the research will indicate that about 60% of people don't naturally respond well to change. So how do we bring the masses on the journey? If you can create an environment where individuals feel as though they've got a sense of control over the change that's happening to them, and specifically having conversations with them about what they can control, what they can influence, and what they can't control, that's going to create a whole different set of emotions. They're going to feel more secure, there will be a sense of excitement, and there'll be a real sense that they're deliberately going on the journey. If you would like a hand getting your leaders leveled up so that any of these 3 trends become their strengths as we go into this year, reach out to us. My team and I would love to have a chat to you.